Ew. Alright, we are on the bus. We are headed to Port Canaveral. We have a 6-day cruise on the Carnival Vista. And we've got a bunch of high school seniors traveling with us. And we're going to have a good time. This will be the first new cruise video in a while. And I'm excited. Been on the Vista a few times. Haven't been in a few years. So excited. First time going to Celebration Key. Haven't been there yet since it opened last year. So excited for Celebration Key. Excited to see how much work they've gotten done in Moon Cay on the new Relax Away, where they're building a pier and everything, so you don't have to take the water shuttles anymore. But you know, we're gonna have a good trip. The kids are excited. So it's me, 10 high school seniors, and my mom and Eddie. Here come the boys now. Last night we stayed here at the Comfort Suites next to Old Town and the Fun Spot. So the pool's open 24 hours here. I did a little walkthrough earlier, so I'll put that up, link there so you can watch that video. It was a good spot. 24-hour pool. Pool's open 24 hours. It's right here next to a bunch of stuff. So the kids were excited. They went out and ran around, had some fun last night, and now we woke up this morning. We'll head over to Port Canaveral and hop on the ship. So let's go. Mike, where's your drinks?
I got them.
Where? In the bus?
Yes.
No shot.
The bottom started to get a little wet.
At the bottom of the box?
Yeah. Like, so I just put it up there and forgot about it until I saw some person with their own 12 pack. So now I'm going to drink it on the way back.
Made it on the ship. I'm here on deck 5 because obviously I gotta do a muster drill, but this is a little bit special because our ship has been selected to do a full muster drill, so we can't just go individually like we've been able to the past 5 years or so. We've been selected, so we have to all go at the same time whenever they call us. So my muster station is here at Alchemy Bar. So I'm here at Alchemy Bar and just waiting for the drill to start. So we'll see how that goes. Where did y'all go? Oh, y'all was pooping already.
To that
y'all ain't nothing to eat?
we're stupid. It's like we can really like just go and eat. We can really just go and eat.
Yeah, right outside here, it's only open till 2:30. That's why I had to go out here. Right outside here is the barbecue place. It's good. They got chicken, beef, all kinds of stuff. But it's only open till 2:30, and only open on C days. So today, Wednesday, and Friday. So you gotta make sure you go hit that. Just so you know, if your ship gets picked to do the full muster safety drill, I just hope that you guys are on a ship that does inside muster stations and you're not stuck out on a pool deck somewhere. Because we've been sitting here for a little bit, and at least we're in the air conditioning. Because standing out on the deck next to the lifeboats, waiting for everybody to show up would be brutal. And I remember those days. It was not fun. This is definitely mild annoyance, but much better off than being outside in the heat. All right, we made it into the room. We're in 1307. It's gonna be Pop and I in here. So me and Eddie, we got the 2 beds here. Unpack when you get to your room. I mean, if you're in a 3 or a 5 day, I think 5 day probably max to live out of your suitcase. Come on, just get unpacked. You got more floor space. You're more organized. You know, you got your stuff in the closets. You know, this is a standard carnival room on the Vista. The only thing that's different is I've never been in a room where the bunk beds, the Pullmans, whatever you want to call them, are not like in the ceiling. So here you can see they're in like these bookshelf things. The only thing I can think is that this used to just be a 2-person room and they added in these after the fact. I don't think these are original. If I may be wrong, if you know, tell me in the comments, but it definitely looks like these were added in after the fact to add some additional capacity to the ship. But yeah, basic interior cabin on a Carnival ship. All right, real quick, a couple of things before I move on. I've got a couple of new cruise gadgets that I think are pretty cool. Maybe you call them upgrades, maybe just, you know, refreshing the cruise gear, the cruise. I don't know if you guys do this. Okay, this is what we do. We have some things. I know I'm seemingly being a little vague, but like we have like fan, the little outlet, plug bars. Let me see. Like, you know, you plug your stuff into, you know, the little plug bars. We've got things like that, which the reason why is so that what I did doesn't happen. But there's, you know, like magnetic hooks to put your stuff up on the wall. You can see right here. There is a little hook right here. I've got my lanyard and my sun hat there on so it doesn't get smashed. But the little magnetic hooks, I'll try to put a picture here of what I'm talking about in case you don't know. But there's things like that you're just cruise essentials that you really don't use on a daily basis, but you know, you want to make sure you have for a cruise. Real quick, these are a couple of things that we just keep in a suitcase or like in a closet. It's like, this is just stuff that we use on cruises. But what I did this time is, obviously, because Hillis's not here on this trip, and so I went off and luckily brought these things, but I left and didn't bring sunscreen. I had to go get sunscreen once we got to Florida. I left and didn't bring the hooks. I just, you know, Hillis normally takes care of that stuff, and she's not here, and it got overlooked. But a couple of things I did bring, and like I said, a couple of these are new. So I did a little bit of research because I always bring a fan. And normally the fan that we have, that's our cruise fan, is squared, not a big box fan. It still sits up on the table, but it's, you know, a few inches wider and taller than this. This is a fan that I found on Amazon, and actually looked at some reviews and stuff like that, because I bought smaller, cheaper fans before, and a lot of times what happens with those is it gives you the white noise that a lot of people That's another reason why, you know, some people like fans is for the white noise. I mean, it makes noise, but it doesn't move a lot of air. So I'm like, you know, I would like to have a smaller fan so it doesn't take up a quarter of my suitcase, but is there one that's still going to move the air, not be crazy loud? This thing, it moves air. It moves a lot of air, and it's so. I mean, it's moving. It's moving the air. I mean, it's, you know, it's going to reach all the way across the room over there to where my bed is, no problem. So I am stoked about this fan. I'll leave it off for the moment so it's not making too much noise. But that's a big upgrade for me, saving the space, but also having it still be functional and getting the job done. Vornado. The other thing is this little Anchor power bar here. It's got two USB-Cs. It's got two USB-Cs in the front and two regular USBs and then two plugs. So, I mean, you can plug in, we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 devices now. We can plug in up to 6 things at one time, you know, and it's so compact. Look how small it is. So we normally have that other power bar that's, you know, this big. So both of these things kind of fall in line with, you know, being very functional, given the opportunity to still plug in 6 different things, but be so much smaller, still moving air and making the noise and, you know, all those things that you want a fan for, but being so much smaller, taking up less space. I think both of these things are really, really good pickups. I just wanted to give that little update. Sorry, I rambled. I you know, went off the rails a little bit there. You know, we got a couple hours before dinner. Let's take a little breather. I'm probably just gonna lay down for a minute. We drove all the way from Tennessee yesterday. Left at 7:30 in the morning. Got to Orlando about 7 at night. That's normally about a 9-hour trip. Took about 11 and a half hours. So long day of driving, and then I was wide awake at 4:30 this morning, so couldn't go back to sleep, was just awake, and so been up all day. And I don't know about you, but I always get very excited for cruises, and Embarkation Day is so exciting because, man, I'm finally on the cruise. It's something we've waited for. And, you know, we've been planning for a long time. For most people, we've been planning for a long time. Even if it's a last minute thing, it's exciting. Getting on the cruise is exciting, and so you're fired up. But like, Embarkation Day is exhausting. It really is. I think Embarkation Day, while it's exciting and it's fun, it's so stressful. Can be so stressful. You know, you're in line, you know, going through security, all that type of stuff. You get on, everybody's trying to use the elevators at one time. You know, especially if you've got to go multiple floors to get to your room. You know, use the stairs if you can, but sometimes, you know, you come in on deck 3 and your room's on deck 12. Like, that's a trek, going up, you know, 10 floors of stairs. It's hot. You're, you know, here in Central Florida, and everybody's excited, and they want to get on their vacation too. And today was even a little more because we had to do that complete muster drill. Luckily, we didn't have to stand outside like on some of the smaller ships, but having to do a full muster drill. Today was a little bit extra stressful for me as well because we were a group of kids, so I've got to be there to help check everybody in because I'm the responsible party, so I got to be there to help check everybody in. I've got priority boarding, people. You know, I'm not somebody that gets all tied up about the loyalty and all that type of stuff. But one thing I know is that if there's one Carnival loyalty perk that I would fight for, is priority boarding, because waiting in that line is insane. So everybody's trying to get there at the, you know, 10:30 to 12:30 time frame, and then you got a bunch of kids you're trying to help stuff to, and no matter how much you plan, something's not gonna go right. Somebody's gonna forget their document, something like that. Luckily, my kids did a good job. You guys did a great job if you're watching this. Great job. Everybody had their documents, stuff like that. But still, we've got a couple international kids. They got to go get a supervisor to approve it. And you got to go to get services because the way that some of their payment accounts are set up. You got to go get services. That's even another trip. Do not get on the ship and try to go straight to get services. if anything, if you know you have to go to guest services to do anything with your payment account or to, anything like that, other than like doing something, I guess, like with your room key, if you've got to add a gift card to your account, if you've got to put money on your account, if you've got to do whatever, if you can go to guest services in the terminal, that line is going to be a lot more manageable than when you get on the ship. And that the first day on the ship, I'll take a video when we go to dinner here in a minute. That line is going to still be crazy. And the embarkation day craziness at customer service at the guest services is a real thing. So it can get very stressful on embarkation day. So now we're settled. Now we're chill. Now we're on vacation. So I'm gonna take all that to say I'm gonna lay down and take a little rest because I've been up since 4:30 this morning and it's been stressful and I'm on vacation. So you're wasting your time. Don't take a nap. Oh, don't lay down. Don't just stay in the room. I'm gonna spend a couple hours in the room, and you can't change my mind. I'm gonna do it. It's my vacation. I'll do what I want with it. I'll see you later to go to dinner. All right. Oh, they beat me here. I didn't think everybody would be here. But you see the guest service line is still crazy long. Nice. Okay. Oh, we're ready to eat. We're eating good.
I thought medium rare was the best one.
Steak. Oh, we got the salmon over there. Who got the salmon? Oh my goodness.
But folks, welcome to your vacation, but more importantly, welcome to your Carnival cruise. Bring it back! Hey! Come
on! The Vista has a very, very cool dive-in movie setup with the lighting, colored lighting, and all the good seating all the way down the on deck 11. Deck 11, they have all these comfy chairs all the way around over there. It's a really cool setup for the dive-in movies, especially one at 12 o'clock after midnight. Oh, there's a ship out there. You can see the light. There it is. You can actually see it. Can't zoom in very much with this camera, but there's one there, and then it looks like there might be another one over there. Good first day. Like I was saying earlier, embarkation days are exhausting, but it's a good first day. The Vista has the sports square up there with ropes course and the sky ride, the like elevated like hanging pedal bikes, basketball court over there, the water park is kind of more towards the front. Got some water slides and stuff up there, the little water park area. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just walking along the deck. Gonna call it a night. Went and saw the comedy show in the Liquid Lounge. Went to the casino a little bit, had dinner. Saw there's some music in the Ocean Plaza. Some music back in the Havana bar. all around. Hope the wind isn't too crazy, you know. Walking on these exterior decks, sometimes the wind is crazy. But all in all, good first day, embarkation day, and see what we get into tomorrow. That's Gigi, the Asian restaurant there. It's pay at night, but it's the Mongolian walk during lunch. So if you want Mongolian walk, you can go up to deck 11 to Gigi and get that for lunch. Towards the aft of the ship. Pool and the hot tubs are closed back here. The bar is closed. Is pizza still open? See if we, you know, when we first started cruising, pizza was open basically. Yeah, pizza was open like 24/7. Oh, there's another ship right behind us. Wow. We got 3. Yeah, when we first started cruising, pizza was open pretty much 24/7. Now they close it at some point. Yep, it's closed. So, just past midnight. They probably closed at midnight. Looks like this guy's eating something over here, so maybe he got the last piece. Oh well, we'll try tomorrow. Tomorrow we're at Celebration Key. First time there, so I'm gonna get off and check it out. Have some fun. So, other than that, I think that's gonna wrap it up. And go down to the room and go to bed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for Celebration Key. Bye!